And Landers once said, opportunities are often disguised as hard work, so most people don't recognize them. Welcome to McBain Moments. I've often said that you have to embrace the grind. Life itself is hard work. But what I haven't covered yet is the fact that every time you put that iteration, that iterative work through, you take the opportunity to put in the work, you could be generating an opportunity for yourself to grow. Growth isn't something that happens overnight, but sometimes we can be handed the opportunity to make great progress in a short period of time. Usually we get those opportunities because of the amount of effort we put forth in our day-to-day. And that effort can be in your job, in your relationship, whether it's with a spouse, significant other, your children, parents. That opportunity can be in your sport, such as fencing or soccer. It could be in a friendship. And usually the opportunity comes because you have been putting the effort forth. And then as you're working, someone notices this effort, or perhaps they have a question about what you're doing. And by that conversation, the opportunity comes up. And the opportunity may not even be primarily yours. Maybe they're interested in what you do and they ask you to teach them. So by having the conversation, they have the opportunity to learn. But that gives you the opportunity to teach. And oftentimes the best way to learn is to teach. Every conversation is an opportunity, if you're willing to put the effort forth to see where the opportunity might lie. If nothing else, it's an opportunity to learn something. Jordan Peterson likes to say, never talk to, or I'm going to paraphrase this, but always go into a conversation assuming the other person has something to teach you. You never know where that opportunity is going to pop up, but you got to work at it. You got to work at what your goals are. You need to work at what your aims are, because you're not going to get there if you're not willing to put in the work. And you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to let opportunities slip. Sometimes it's because you're not in a position to take the opportunity. Sometimes it's because it's too risky for your particular risk tolerance. Sometimes it's because it's just not the right time. Or happenstance. You have this great opportunity, but an emergency happens, and it's a one-time opportunity, and there it goes. And that's life. It's a quote from Star Trek, and I'm doing a lot of quotes today. That's okay. Captain Picard once said to Data, it's entirely possible to do nothing wrong and still lose. That's not failure. That's just life. But that doesn't mean you don't stop. That doesn't mean you stop working hard. That doesn't mean you stop looking for the next opportunity. It just means that the next opportunity will be in a little while. Or perhaps the very thing that stopped you from taking that first opportunity will become in itself a new opportunity. A couple of years ago, I had to move across the country. I moved from North Dakota back to Vermont, where I'm from. And in order to do so, I had to give up on several opportunities. Professional opportunities, opportunities in friendship, opportunities in a particular hobby that I'm quite fond of. But in so doing, in putting the effort forth to put myself back in the same type of situation I was in North Dakota, I gained opportunities as well. Opportunities for my current job, opportunities in business, new friendships, a new student. And so, and it took me a while to realize this. This isn't something that I realized overnight. It was, the job opportunity was one that hit me about, it was close to a year after moving back. I had a conversation with someone that I regularly purchased goods from, or service technically, and found out that an opportunity in my industry was within that company. And so I applied and was hired on. And then within my hobby, I found more opportunities to gain friendships, to take on new responsibilities, and now recently a new student. And so, and by doing that, I am teaching a student, but learning more about myself than I ever would have otherwise. And so, despite the fact that those opportunities came up because of adversity, that adversity in the long run has become my opportunity because I was willing to put the work forth. I was willing to put forth the effort. And so now what you need to do is you need to look at your life and you need to say, okay, here are my goals. Here's what I want to do. Here's the amount of effort I'm putting forth. How much more effort do I need to put forth in order to succeed? And I don't care if your goal is to be rich or famous or to become the best cookie baker in your neighborhood. And I only say that slightly facetiously. There are people where that's their goal. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't personally necessarily understand it, but that's okay. The point is that whatever your goal is, you put all of the effort you can toward that goal until you reach the goal. And once you reach the goal, you find the next one. And then you redirect the effort that direction. I'm going to leave you with this. It doesn't really matter what your goals are. It doesn't really matter, or it does matter what your goals are to you. It matters to you what your goals are. Overall, it doesn't matter what that specific goal is, as long as you're willing to put the effort toward it and it doesn't hurt anyone, including you. Just go out there and put in the work. Find your next opportunity. This has been a McBain moment.